Hey, join us on Mondays at 7 p.m. for Nonprofit Talks. We will be discussing how you can anticipate, gain a productive season. This year will be record-breaking miracles, contracts, grants, resources are your portion. If you're a nonprofit leader, you want to dial in, join us for this discussion. Our focus is sustainability. It starts with environmental scans, leadership and team building, comprehending processes, developing systems and strategies for implementation. Let's join together to execute the plan that you desire with the right infrastructure. Plan your way to your next. You don't want to miss this opportunity to learn how to take your nonprofit to the next level. I hope to see you here live, YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Yo. Hey, good day. Keona Owens here from TouchGit Foundation with Nonprofit Talks. Our goal is to help strengthen communities through conversation. I'm glad you're here with me live on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to discuss awesome opportunities that will be showcased this week. Free resources, and how you can gain access to those free resources. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm glad you guys are allowing me in your spaces, and we are going to converse and gather together in your living rooms, wherever you are. We are there, TouchGit Foundation, along with Cradle to Success. We are here to make sure that you guys gain the resources that you need to take your nonprofit to the next level. So let's go ahead and dive in. In this session today, we will be talking about the BACP, Business Affairs and Consumer Protection nonprofit capacity building initiative, and all of the workshops and webinars that will be showcased this week, who will be facilitating those workshops, how you can register for those workshops, and most importantly, how you can gain technical support. So we will be using the next 15 minutes to just dive deeper, and I'm going to provide a tutorial on how you can join in. We're all about educating each other, sharing resources. As you know, we're not gatekeepers of resources. So our goal is to make sure that you have access. Let's learn and grow together and dive on in. All right, let's go. How are you feeling today? I am well. Somehow some mosquitoes got into my home and they are eating me alive. Like, oh my gosh. So that's my struggle. A win for us is being able to share this space with you guys, being able to share resources and make sure that you are connected to your next level. All right. So first thing first is the city of Chicago had launched, they released a capacity building program that presents comprehensive offerings of resources, training, and networking opportunities. There are the workshops are being facilitated through UIC, which will be hosting quarterly summits. Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation will be hosting webinars as well as workshops. And we have the Women Business Development Center. But what I want to share with you is there are 4 workshops that will be facilitated this week. Tomorrow is one at 10 a.m. If you want to take your nonprofit to the next level and learn how to become governmented funded. Okay, they will be providing and facilitating a readiness webinar, Greater Auburn Gresham at 10 a.m. And then on Wednesday, there will be a fundraising 101 fundamentals. They will be covering fundraising 101 fundamentals. That workshop starts at 12 p.m. And then we have Wednesday again. We have a vouchering through the Women Business Development Center. They will be facilitating a workshop at 11 a.m. And on Friday, I want you to come back and join us again through the Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation. They will be providing tips on grant writing through city and government contracts and grants. if you want to scale your organization, take it to the next level, then this opportunity is for you. Become ready for city funded through monthly webinars, weekly small group workshops, and most importantly, one-on-one assistance. And I'm going to go ahead and do a quick tutorial on how you can register for these sessions. And if you need any support or assistance, we are here. Our team is available to definitely provide you with technical support to make sure that you guys gain access and you're able to register for these sessions. All right. So if you're a part of our listserv, you will be on a weekly basis. We send out opportunities on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays to our network. As I mentioned before, we are not gatekeepers of information. We're all going to grow together and make sure that we're creating sustainability and definitely creating that space to learn and grow together. Wrong screen, my bad. Let's try this again. There we go. All right, so here's the correct screen. If you receive and I'm also going to be sharing these links in the chat so you guys can register. And most importantly, when you register there, we're going to go through the whole process on how to register for these workshops and webinars, and most importantly, the summits. This is the landing page for the City of Chicago nonprofit capacity building. There is a schedule. If you scroll all the way down, you will see the previous, you will be able to access the latest videos and presentations, as well as the monthly webinars. Those workshops are recorded, so you can definitely use this platform to look at the items or look at those workshops that are missed. One-on-one assistance. Well, there are 4 categories, and I'll just mention this briefly. There are 4 areas of support. They have the readiness summits, which are, again, they're held quarterly. They have the monthly webinars that are facilitated through GAGDC, as well as WBDC, these acronyms. And then there are smaller, you can get more hands-on approach support, with these small group workshops. And most importantly, they are providing one-on-one assistance. What was recently launched, and this is exciting, is the WBDC had launched a cohort where they will be providing small group instructions for nonprofits to gain resources. And there are requirements. We're going to go over the requirements shortly, and I'm going to make sure that you guys have access to this material. Okay, so once you go to, and then scroll down at the bottom, you'll see an image of the schedule of events. This will always be uploaded and updated with the correct information. So in order to register for either a webinar, a summit, the cohort, or the one-on-one support, you want to make sure that you go to where it says participant sign up. Click on this link here. Once you click on it, it's going to direct you to a overview of the intake form. So you will see to the left, there will be a description as to what each activities consist of, which is known as events, the readiness summits, webinar, workshop, and then what I just mentioned before is the newly released cohort. Applications are live now, and they will be live up until October. October is when the cohort will start, and then they will be having a rolling application process or rolling cohort. All right. So as I mentioned before, to the left of this is all of the information, a brief overview as far as what the offerings consist of. And then to the right is how you will register. So if you were to register your nonprofit, of course, you have to be a registered nonprofit, or you have to have a fiscal agent in order to register for these free sessions. And you just want to enter the pertinent information here. Once you enter your nonprofit information, the nonprofit business address, your city and zip code, as well as the EIN number, your tax ID here, and then who is the best person, the point of contact. You want to enter that information under contact information. They are collecting data, so it's important that we share that data. The organization background, once you share racial identity, ethnicity, gender identity, and the age range, then you're going to move on to the organization background. You're only going to complete this information if this is your first time doing the application. If this is not your first time doing the application or submitting, registering for any of these webinars or workshops, then you can go ahead and put yes if this is not your first time, and then it will give you access to the actual schedule. Okay. If this is your first time, then you want to definitely hit no, and then they want to, you have to put in the information as far as what is the nonprofit type. Have your organization ever completed a grant application? How did you hear about the program? And this is what I want you guys to mention: TouchGive Foundation. Make sure that you select in the drop down box. If you heard it from us, make sure you give us our props that you heard this information live from TouchGive Foundation. We're there. And here is, do you have an active SAM registration? If you are unsure, you could definitely hit unsure. If you do know that your organization is registered with SAM.gov, then you want to go ahead and select yes there. If your organization is registered through the IRS, then you want to make sure that you hit yes or no. And if you're unsure, hit unsure. Okay. If you know if your organization is in good standing, and then make sure that you just continue to fill out the information below here until you get to the program selection. Once you hit the program selection mark, then that is how you select the course or the courses that you're interested in. Now, let me keep this in mind. For every session you want to attend, you have to register each time, okay? The first time you register, you want to complete the intake form. The concurrent ones, then you want to make sure that you go ahead and just select under contact information where it says organization background. You don't have to continue to put this information in more after the first time. Okay. So if you've done it once, you don't have to do it again. All right. So for return visits, remember, this is the way that you register for all summits, all webinars, one-on-one support, as well as, one-on-one support is technical assistance, or if you want to register for workshops, you want to complete this process. So here, if you know what section, we send out emails, and our emails generally have on a weekly basis, we send out these emails on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with what the event type is, the date, the time, and the topic, and who is facilitating that workshop. So if you are registering, then you need to select register for events, select the event type. As you can see, there's only 3 options, which is summit, webinar, and workshop. If you're attending any of the webinars and workshops for this week, then you want to go ahead and proceed with selecting webinar. And once you select webinar, all of the options of the available sessions will populate, and then you have to select each session and complete this form. If you want to register for all of the sessions, you want to definitely complete this form. As you can see, there's 3 options available. You will have to register 3 times. Okay. If you know that the session is a workshop, then you want to go ahead and select the event type, which is workshop. The drop down box will appear. And as you can see, the workshops are available here. Okay. I want to take this banner off, guys. Stand by. All right. So as you can see, the event type is workshop. And then underneath that, you will see that it says workshop events. From that point, you want to select what workshop that you're interested in. Again, if your interest is you want to attend all of them, you have to complete this process for each workshop that you're interested in. Now, as I mentioned before, there is a newly released cohort that they will be rolling out. These are smaller group sessions where they will bring in field experts to facilitate these workshops. These cohorts. And this will be training to scale your nonprofit. However, there is a minimum revenue range. Well, the minimum revenue for your nonprofit is $150,000. In order to apply for the cohort, the city of Chicago is requiring that the nonprofits have a minimum revenue of $150,000 to qualify for the cohort. Okay. And if you select the cohort, you will have to enter your information and then hit submit, and then look out in your email. There will be an email with next steps on how to complete the application for provide any supplemental information, eligibility requirements in your email. So again, if your email, it's important that you check all of the viable folders, spam, promotions. If you have Google, there are several different tabs that you need to navigate through in order to make sure that you receive that email. Okay. The email is usually prompt immediately after the registration process is completed. Now let's go back to any of the other sessions. Okay. You have to complete the same process. Check your email. You will receive the link to access the Zoom. All of these sessions are 99% virtually unless there is a summit. If it is an in-person opportunity, it will say in parentheses in person, and then just make sure that you're available to be attentive and observe and absorb all the information that is shared with you on during that virtual platform. Okay. So here, if you are looking for individual counseling, this is crucial because we've been receiving a lot of emails stating that they have not been receiving a follow-up email. So here I want to focus on how and why. After you select register for individual consulting or counseling, you need to be as detailed as possible. Please, 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 in the section below, put in what support you need. Okay. This is the field where you want to put the information in. However, as you notice in the instructional information section to the left, it says immediately after submitting this form that you will be receiving additional instructions to complete the registration process. So what's going to happen is after you complete the registration, you have to schedule the meeting. So once you complete the registration process, there is another step that you have to do, which is schedule the actual meeting. So following the submission of the intake, you will receive an email from BACP with next steps on how to proceed with scheduling. And it's vital that you look at your spam, look in your email, because it's going to be sent immediately after. If you do not receive that email, it's important that you email us and contact us. There is a for all questions, please, please, please. For all questions, it's important that you either email ready for recovery at WBDC.org or contact them directly. We do have TouchGift Foundation does have technical support as well, where we can help you fill out the form, and that information can be sent to BACP outreach at touchgiftfoundation.org. It's okay if you don't capture all this information. We'll be dropping next steps inside of the chat. If you have questions, concerns, we're here to make sure that we navigate you and give you access to the proper information. Our goal is to make sure that we share out, advocate, and make sure that you are equipped and prepared for your next. So I'm here live. We'll be here live again next Monday, please. Well, I'm sorry. We will not be here live next Monday because next Monday is a holiday. So I want you guys to enjoy your holiday, and we will definitely be joining you guys soon. Please, if you haven't registered for our listserv, we will be sharing out funding opportunities. Most importantly, how to register for these sessions. And again, if you make sure that you give us credit, say that you heard it first here live with Keona at Touch Gift Foundation. Thank you again for having me in your space. I hope you have a blessed and successful evening. I'm going to enjoy my night. Take care, guys.